Oh, hold on a minute. It's saying that peek into pink. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is not. Okay, Satan, be gone. It's okay. It's okay. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. And I am so sorry. Hey, we are here. There was something with the link to the Facebook. I had to go off and add it back on. And I feel like you're so far away from me, Heather. So I just want to say welcome. I'm National Sales Director Pam Higgs, and I'm so excited that you're here with us, peeking into pink, pandemic or possibilities. We're in such a crazy time right now. And I just want to invite you to take a chance on yourself. And I am so glad that I did. I want to share with you this afternoon a little bit about myself. This is my beautiful daughter, Heather. She wasn't on last week's live, but I'm so glad that she decided, and her little furry person decided to join us too. So there she goes. But she always seems to find out when we're going live, and she wants to join us. Although she did leave me alone this morning because Heather was upstairs. But I've been building my business for over 20 years. Absolutely love my journey and want to share a little bit about that love with you. Maybe you've thought about this for yourself. Maybe you're considering it for a family member, but I just want to say congratulations to you for hearing more about our opportunity to make an intelligent decision about whether this is for you or not. I have to just say though, Mary Kay started just yesterday. I had no clue that this was going to happen, but found out that they are offering an opportunity that you can work your business virtually as a brand new beauty consultant and for $30. Okay, get excited. $30. Here, let me just do that till I bring you on. $30 to just get started to say yes. And I want to share with you just some ideas that in my story that can really make a difference. And I'm going to bring Heather on here a little bit in a second, but I just don't want to be distracted by the dog and everything else. So, chaos amongst pandemic. Okay. So, but are you feeling a little anxious and wondering what's happening every day, every hour, something's different. And I want to offer you something secure in your life, something that you can really gain a sense of family, to be a part of what we're doing. And I just want to share some statistics and some thoughts with you. There's 3 different types of women that say yes to a Mary Kay business. The first is the type of woman that currently just needs extra cash. And that is a lot of people right now. A lot of people are getting refund checks in the mail. And I watched the other day on the news and they said $1,200. So we were asking people, what are you gonna do with your $1,200? And they were like, buy food. It isn't even a relief really, because it's just maybe sustaining a little bit perhaps. But when you're in business, you also have access to the relief system that they're offering as well. But you also get relief when this is over to earning, income tax deductions. I'm no tax accountant, I always say that, but you are entitled to legal deductions of things that you're spending anyway, a portion of your rent, your mortgage, your electric bill, your utilities, your cell phone bill, et cetera, et cetera. The cool thing about being in business with family members is that you do things together and you get to go on vacations together and you do business together. And, we go on a family trip to Dallas. Our son's our DJ. My husband helps with all the events. Heather's a sales director, driving her 4th free car. Say hello, Heather. Hi. There she is. Our chairs are a little weird. I'm in a really big, desk office chair here. So makes it kind of crazy. Can you shut this door? please. And so you might just need some extra cash and you could have a sales business. And right now, team building and selling is on fire with our business because of what we're doing and how we're doing it with really fun weekly events. Second type of woman is one who has a dream in her heart and her current professional path will never help her to fulfill. For many women, skincare or makeup may not be their passion, but they need a vehicle. And the third may be a woman like you, a person like you that says, I'm a leader. I want to create change for a ripple effect for generations to come. And I want to step up and take a leadership role. I want to be a national sales director like you, Pam. And so my story began very modestly a long time ago before my kids were born. And I was working for somebody else 65 to 70 hours a week. I didn't get home till after 10 o'clock at night, 3 nights a week. But I was overworked. I was underpaid. I didn't know what was going to happen when I had those babies. I wanted to be home with them, but I wanted an executive income. And I'm so glad that I said yes. I mean, our life is so amazing and so secure and just so beautiful. And, but I was terrified when I started. Right now, there's a lot of unknowing, but what I can share with you for sure is that you've got a place that you can be a part of our Mary Kay family. And if nothing else, get your products at cost at a 50% discount. Share that with your friends and family. You would be surprised, but I want to invite you to come on board. I'm so glad that I said yes. My sister recruited me into the business and she had already had any cousins and aunts recruited. She didn't recruit them, sorry, cousins and aunts on the product, tried the product. My husband said, don't bug my mother. And so I just didn't know where my first customer was going to be. My mother-in-law was on our Hydra session 2 weeks ago, absolutely loved it, got on all the products. She's my biggest fan and one of my best customers. So, at first you might think, oh, those people might not support, but guys, they do, or they later go, oh, are you still doing that Mary Kay thing? Oh yeah, here I am 20 cars later, right? My husband added up on this last car pickup just under $800,000 that our family saved in car payments and insurance in my Mary Kay career. Can you imagine? What would you do? Heather's is about $100,000. So she's saved in her 7-year journey with Mary Kay with 4 free cars. Get excited. So that can really make a difference in your budget as well. And so for me, I didn't know anybody. I was working crazy. My mother said, what are you going to do that for? You don't have the time. But I believe if we don't take time, time takes us. And I had the honor and the privilege a couple years ago. My mother was very ill. We were on this fabulous 5-star trip on the in the Waldorf Astoria that overlooked Rome, the city of Rome, the Vatican, the Sistine Chapel. Beautiful, beautiful suite. And my mother got worse. She had been sick for a while, but she got worse and her care was not what she needed it to be. And so, we got involved because we could. And, but it was a little bit too late. And so she got moved up to Washington Hospital Center with great care there. But, the thing I want to share with you is, so the person who said, what are you going to do that for? You don't have the time. Joe and I were able to spend every single day, the last 7 days of her life with her, every single day, an hour and 40 minutes without traffic, one way to go see her, to be with her, to watch her take her last breath. As challenging and as horrible as that was, I had no regrets. A couple years earlier, my husband had gotten sepsis and got very, very sick right before Christmas. I never had to worry about it. And I didn't even think about it because it's become the way of life that we do things, that we get to choose things and be there. And I'll talk about my kids in just a second. But I was able to not leave the hospital, to be there with my husband, to, the couch or the couch rolled, slid out to a bed. And it was just a beautiful thing. I didn't have to worry about when I was going to make up work, because you see that happened to me one time when I was working in corporate America. I was guilted. I've called into work since I was 14 and called into work one day in my life, but I ended up being guilted, went into work, had the flu, contaminating other people. I was a hairstylist at the time. And I thought, I made a decision that day and I thought, you know what? Nobody else will ever control my life like that again. See, whether you want to be controlled by somebody else and be told what you're doing, or you are a freedom and choices person and you want to design your life. And I hope that that's you today. I hope that you'll say yes. And so within 90 days of just asking women for their opinion, that's how I started. I just said, could I get your opinion? I'm expanding my business in this area. How many of you, by a show of hands, just comment? I love to give my opinion. Okay, raise 2 hands if you want to give it, whether asked or not. And so that's where I began. And so in 90 days, I was able to leave my full-time job. I was earning more money and working my Mary Kay business 9 to 10 hours a week than I was at my full-time position. And so I left, worked Mary Kay part-time, and a year and a half later, had this beautiful baby girl right here. This is Heather, everybody. Heather has been in Mary Kay for 7 years. Heather, what would you say has been your favorite thing or things? You know, what was it like growing up in a Mary Kay home with me as your mom? Talk to them about what that was like.
I mean, I've shared it a couple times already before. It's I've always enjoyed every little bit of it. I mean, especially like, as I shared sometime before, that she, my mom was always there, my advocate. I really struggled in school, and in Dallas, I was able to go to Dallas when I was little, like many years ago. And then one of my top favorites was going to London. My brother and I flew in like a week after my parents left, and it was just like, it was seriously like a dream. Didn't even feel real. And I've been wanting to go to London for so long. And now I'm able to like accomplish my own dreams, my own goals, and have that freedom and flexibility. And even more so when I'm married and have my own kids, because I want, I want to be able to have that as well too. So, I mean, there's just so much that I'm really grateful for, having the health challenges that I've had throughout all these years. And I've been able to have Mary Kay there in the midst of all that, to have that extra flexibility too, because a lot of the places too that I was working at, their clothes are going out of business. So because of Mary Kay, I've been able to still have this career that I've always, or not.
And she's thriving, let me say. She's thriving, and maybe we pick this up and just have a little bit of a conversation here. People are buying and reordering. And so you have a very secure income, and you can choose to just stay at that. I loved making the 50%. My first appointment 30 years ago, in 2 hours, I profited a couple $100. That was great money 30 years ago, but it is still great money today, isn't it? And so just inviting people on our lives, scheduling your own little Zooms with people, with samples, without samples, it doesn't matter. It's up to you. And we're just spreading some cheer around, the world through what we're able to do, make people feel special, make people feel important, because, there are people that are daggone lonely out there. They are really lonely. And, my sister asked me the other day, I was talking about this to another group, and she asked me if, how did Dad look when you went by the other day? Because he lives in the lower level of her house. And he had been in a really bad car accident in December and was in the hospital for a couple months, and rehab and all. And, praise God, he's, walking, but he's using a walker now, a rolling walker. But he just was quiet, and he looked older. He turned 84 just a couple weeks ago, but he's pretty agile, but he doesn't have anywhere that he can go. He was going to, our mom passed away, like I said, almost 2 years ago. And that was his life partner and his friend. And so, there's people in that situation that we can bring cheer to, at least through their households, through communication, through, inviting them to things. This is what we do. We've got people that work full-time jobs. I have a few attorneys in our national area that work and thrive at a Mary Kay business. So, teachers are number one past or present profession of women that work in Mary Kay business. And I don't really know how teachers are feeling, except overwhelmed right now with what they're having to do from home. I think it's harder than ever. But this gives you a great diversion from what your from what your everyday life is like, but it's giving you those tax benefits as well that you get. And so, you know, I always say, if you make $100,000 in corporate America, you know, you're going to give the government probably on the average about 35%. You make 100,000 in Mary Kay, and then you're able to take those deductions I talked about back off and pay less on your bottom line. That's smart. And so, you know, I just want to say, I'm so glad I said yes. You know, what a beautiful family that I have. I've got a couple pictures I can pop up here for you really quick. Give me 1 second. I'll do that for you. So this is me the other day. Oops, in front of the pink. So, you know, and that's 20th free car. Our products are amazing. What we stand for, you're probably already familiar with what our products are. They're state of the art, you know, zero cruelty to animals, 100%, 0% landfill, 100% recyclable. We help women and children affected by domestic violence. You know, 1 out of every 4 women are affected or have been affected by a partner. We also help women that are affected by cancers. And we're very big in 97% curing the strands for the HPV virus. And it just goes on and on. $76 million has been donated by our company to research and development. So it's really an amazing opportunity. This is our family. Our beautiful family. And that's us in Dallas, you know, at last seminar. And, you know, we just get to do, and our area gets to see us do those fun, cool things together. This is one of my other favorite pictures. I pulled these in for you guys today. That's me and Heather and family, but that was just a picture of the 2 of us. And it's fun to be able to do business together, to support one another, to do these lives with you guys, and, you know, just have that closeness. We're best friends and have been her whole life, and just have that closeness. And I remember I shared this story, but it's so important. And I just got through yesterday. I was bragging to Joe. I said, Heather is so much more, you know, has so much courage and confidence than she even realizes, and is so much more powerful as well. And I want to say that to all of you, because we all lack, you know, I have information spread out here because I wanted to do a great job for you guys today and share my heart and my passion about what we do and how we're doing it. But I always, you know, last week was great, but I'm always looking like, am I going to say the right thing and do the right thing? And, you know, so I'm here to give you guys hope and to allow you to say, you know what, you can have it all. You know, you can have your cake and eat it too. My pastor, when we lived in Fredericksburg, Virginia, which is where I started my business, he asked me one time, do you want to have your cake and eat it too? And I said, without hesitation, why? Yes, I do. And then I was like, is that a sin? And it's not. God wants us to have abundance and be able to give to charities and help people in need and do the things that we're called to do. And it gives you a platform to be able to do it. And so some of the things that I've talked about last week was the cost of childcare. And right now, maybe you're not affected by it, but childcare is a necessity. And on the 2016 average, so it's gone up from even there, but it's $16,200 across the board in the country. But DC, which we're in the DC area, $24,243 a year per child. Guys, y'all need some Mary Kay, let me say. And then in Alexandria, which is a suburb right outside of DC, which is fabulous, high childcare costs push parents towards creative results in schedules. What kind of family life does that give you when you've got to switch off with your significant other so that your kids can have care and you're not having to pay out the wazoo? The average price home in Alexandria is $582,000. And the quote here from Ashley Burris says, I have friends who pay around $700 a week. Excuse me.
Yeah, I worked at a daycare a couple times actually, and they actually are going out of business, not because of the epidemic, but like it's like, I mean, for daycare, it's no joke. I mean, this one family had twin boys and they're paying a buttload out of their pocket each week.
Don't pay a buttload.
Yeah.
Join Mary Kay.
Yeah.
Hashtag. Okay. That's good. You know, and I
Yeah.
appreciate that. And so Heather loves kids.
Yeah.
Talking about out of, where are my notes here? One memento. Right here. Out of 321 million people, 70% of people are not passionate about their careers. Forbes article, I just printed this off the other day. Forbes article, it's not a mystery that employee engagement continues to sink. The Gallup organization reminds us every couple of years that nearly 70% of employees are actively disengaged. It's also not a mystery that generational differences in the shift of leadership continues to elicit headlines, revealing to all of us the corporate world. And so you can create the change in your life that your family needs. I had this little quote that one of my bestie friends had given to me. Anyone can be cool, but awesome takes practice. We want you to practice. So, you know, it's not about being ready, but it's about starting. So you may not feel like, woo, you know, I'm ready. I want to do this, but I hope you do. I hope you know, we don't want to be fixing to get ready. There are two types of people in the world. Those that are waiting to feel like moving, and the other ones that say, I need to move so that I can feel. There is no enemy inside. When there is no enemy inside, there is no enemy outside that can harm us. And so we want to make your inside better. We want to make you a more confident, a more creative person, renewing your mind. And I don't know if you guys have heard of Carolyn Leaf, but I just started reading this, Switch Your Brain Every Day. But our brains are neuroplasticity. And so that means that they can change. They used to think, oh, you're born how you're born and this is how you are. But no, you can, by the renewing of your mind, you can change. So you can change your story. You can be part of the 2% risk takers that don't mind failing. Okay, you can't fail in this. My gosh, how could you even fail? I don't want to even go through the options. Life is short and unpredictable. So eat dessert first and say yes to Mary Kay. You don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. So I want to invite you guys today to get started, to be great, to say yes. This is what $100 starter kit has in it. Okay, this is a $100 starter kit here. And so you can see this is products to demonstrate. It's valued at over $500. And so you can use demos out of this, squeeze it into containers, give it to people kind of thing, or buy the demos. The company does demos. You just want to make sure everything's sanitary on that. And it would be wear gloves when you do your demos and so forth. But you can choose the $30, which is no demos, and it gives you the opportunity to be on our lives. We're going to do some fun things. I'm going to take you on vacation here in May and show you how to have that beach glow without going to the beach and some other fun things. But we do a lot of really cool, fun things. Want to invite you to that. Or you can do 100 and the 30. So the 30 gives you the wholesale privilege with Mary Kay. It gives you your $39 pro pay, and it gives you your website, which is normally 30 or 35 as a new consultant. So
you have to usually pay for that all individual, but they're
yes,
doing this really amazing promotion where it's $30 for all three of those, which is a really awesome deal.
Right. Or you can have
Do
the
the
demo
starter
pack
kit.
with
Yeah.
the starter kit plus the 30, because
Yes.
that there's value, because that's like a $70 value for $30. But then, so, I mean, why not? I mean, you pick which way you want to go, but it gives you your tax deductions, all of the cool things that come along with that. Go on social media and just start sharing and talking about our product and how great they are and joining us on our live. So you could hide behind me and Heather and be on what we do. You can do your own, and you could do both. It's totally up to you. But first, I think you just have to say yes. So first, right now, I want you to text your beauty consultant the keywords so you get credit for being on here, and she's going to send you a link to fill out. And so I'm going to do that right now and put the link in our topics here. Give me 1 second. Da-da-da. Okay, so here's your form that you fill out here. You can copy and paste it, and that will get you into the drawings that we're doing. Okay, so you can see that here. And that is just a short little, give me your opinion, anything that we could have changed in this. remember that we're small business owners. Your consultant's a small business owner. So she loves and appreciates you being on here, listening, giving us your opinion. Maybe you say, and I think most people are, I mean, everybody's saying yes. It's crazy. I'm getting like emails, new consultant, new consultant, new consultant. And so be a part of this history in the making of this new opportunity. If you say, you know what, I just want to remain a customer, we appreciate you. Refer some people to your consultant. Host a Mary Kay party, because we have an incredible hostess plan where you can get a lot of free product, discounted product in the process. So whatever you decide, it's totally up to you, but we know your time is valuable. We know that you are, have a lot of choices, but we want you to join the #1 choice and say yes to us. Join our pink posse here in our tribe and say yes, and see what God has in store for you. You'll never know unless you try. So can everybody comment on the comments to let me know you're here? You want to make sure, text your consultant at least, because some people say they can comment and some can't, but at least let your consultant know that you are here, and type to her the keyword pink. And you've got the link there. So in order for her to get credit for that, if you'll just fill that out really quick and send that to her in the next 30 minutes, that would be awesome. If something's got your time in that 30 minutes, just text her and let her know, hey, I'm going to get this to you by such a time, so that we can tally them. We're giving away with our drawings Target gift cards this month. Woo-hoo. And
Super
yes,
cute.
It has flamingos, because that's our thing. You see, it's rising strong, standing tall. Did you know that a flamingo was once gray and they all turn pink over time? So I think that applies to us as people, that we are sometimes born sometimes without the confidence, and we want to become pink in the process, and have that glow, because we look at flamingos and go, oh, they're so beautiful. And you are beautiful, and I want you to know that you are enough, and we are just going to be the icing on the cake to partner with you to help you grow your virtual Mary Kay business. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
And if you are a 5 and you're ready to say yes, 1 means, you know what, I am not, even if my children were naked, running in the street, hungry, I do not want to do Mary Kay. A 5 is sign me up. I couldn't be more ready. I'm ready. I'm scared, but I'm ready. No 3s are allowed, because those are chickens, and we don't know how to work with chickens. You're one way or the other. So you're below a 3 or you're above the 3, and hopefully you're a 5. So you can not waste any time, because we've got events all this week that you can participate in. I love you all. I appreciate you. And it's, go ahead.
I wanted to say too, I see that some people just jumped on. This was recorded, so you can always jump back on and re-listen to it again. So that way you can be all up to date.
Okay. Thank you guys. And I recorded last Tuesday too, so you can watch that, a little bit of the same information. I talked a little bit more about if you love to travel, and we've been to amazing places, from the Great Wall of China to the Vienna Boys Choir singing for us, to that beautiful suite that we had overlooking Rome, to, I mean, just Australia, Milan, England, Ireland cruise. That's what we went on. It was beautiful, kissing the Blarney Castle. And then that's where our kids met up with us back in London. Then we had another trip just to London. There's no limits on how much you can earn, how much you can grow as a person. That's the one cool thing, is everybody that I know that's ever been a part of Mary Kay grows as a woman. And it may be your lifelong stay. It might be something that you do for a while, but it makes you better. I love to create the experiences. I've got a few experiences here. I want to get more up on the screen, but this is one. This is Joe and I in Cancun. Where were we? We were in Mexico somewhere. I've been so many. That might be Playa. I can't remember, but oh yeah, Cancun Playa area with our friends. And I want to talk about people too that influence you. These are 2 of my favorite people. This is Joanne Holman and Jerry Holman. And we always need that amen corner of those people in our lives that believe in us, even when we don't believe in ourselves. And that's my senior national sales director and her amazing, now late husband, who was like a father to me and just believed in me. And even when, maybe you don't feel like everybody does, but those two people are two of the many people that are influential in my life. I was just going through pictures and just, you know, sharing. This is another picture of our family and our little Annie there for you. Don't look at my nails. They're hideous. We ordered some stuff to put on them. We'll see how that goes. I mean, come on now, we need some nails. So, you know, designing your own life and creating the experiences and the travel. We are so excited to be able to travel again. We don't know when, but we can't wait to travel. We've taken the directors to a 16,000 square foot villa overlooking Banderas Bay in Puerto Vallarta with full staff, chefs.
Amazing.
It is so amazing. They were talking about it this morning on our live about how we want that right now. And so visit me on Instagram, Incredible Pam, or on my Facebook page. Follow me there and just watch the incredible fun things that we do and that we create in this process. So I want to invite you to the possibilities and helping you through the pandemic, but having some fun with us. And thank you for peeking into pink today.
Thank you.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.